Dynamite Diesel, Lenny Reed, take 2, 2019. My truck's broke. It's actually not that funny. If this was you, I'm serious. So seriously, my 2019, 140,000 miles old. I have been a good boy in this pickup. And the B-roll is going to prove that my turbocharger is full of oil. The B-roll is going to prove that I still have SCR, DPF, factory muffler, whatever the hell that resonator thing and muffler is. Like, this is all factory intact. How many times a year do you change the oil in this truck?
4 times a year. Awfully soot loaded.
Why is it soot loaded?
Comes right off the cylinder walls.
I'm not picking on the engineers at Ram, but seriously, for the feds that think that this system was a great idea, see me. This is not a good idea. So this tar that I'm rubbing out of the turbocharger and out of the compressor wheel, like all of these things.
All in the intake horn as well.
So if that builds up enough, the oil that's in the motor is it's full of BTU and it'll run away on that. So we have a crankcase breather that puts all of the vapor into the mouth of the turbocharger. The mouth of the turbocharger sucks it in, spits it through the intercooler, and back into the motor. So we're rebreathing and regurgitating, and I kind of see what you're up to. Like, I see the idea, but let me tell you why it sucks. When you're taking that drip once every 30, 40 miles.
Yeah, right.
And you suck it in, you're plugging up the intercooler, you're plugging up the intake air horn, and then it goes into the intake shelf. You've had to clean this thing. How was that?
It was disgusting. The intake, the horn itself was packed full of carbon.
Okay.
So
soot.
Soot, yep, coming from EGR. So that thing's all full. So it's got dry EGR coming in, full of soot, and then it's got oil coming through the backside.
Okay.
Dry and wet come together. What's that do?
It
makes some
coagulates.
pretty disgusting crap.
Makes like a black scab.
Yeah.
Okay, so then when this truck was brand new and it passed emission standards, because 100% of the air designed to go through the system could go through the system, when it was halfway plugged up or 60 or 70% plugged up, the longer you drive it, the worse the problem's gonna get. All of a sudden now, the oxygen that's supposed to go into the motor that trees make, and then it helps the combustion process burn clean, but there's less oxygen, so that's gonna screw up the combustion process, which in turn then does what to the emissions output? It goes up.
Weird.
Shocking.
So that would be, like we were just discussing, I would love to see the comparison of a brand new truck and then compare it to one that's got 100,000 miles on it.
Or 50.
Or even 50.
And I guarantee you that there's a tipping point. And
yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be based off of load and work and duty cycle and all those things. So somebody that doesn't drive one very hard is gonna get coked up earlier.
Yeah.
But the more you coke it up and the faster it the more you coke it up and it starts to shrink down and get more restrictive, the faster that becomes a bigger problem.
Yes.
This thing still has diesel particulate filter on it, so nothing coming out the tailpipe is ever gonna tell us or give us any clues that the intake is getting all screwed up and it's choking the motor. Now, I own this company and I'm really proud to say that we've kept this thing intact and that we've done that while doing some testing and trying to figure out like exactly what it is that others have to face out there and then try to alleviate or come up with solutions that could actually help those people so they'd be able to keep their 2019 or 2025s on the road without having to delete it and then break all the laws. But man, it's tough. And then the other thing is here in North Idaho, one morning I had 2 trucks that were both 1 year old. This was one of them. And my Jeep was the other one of them.
Yeah.
It was really cold outside. Like, I want to say it was about 10 or 13 degrees outside. I went outside, started the truck. It started running. I got back in the truck and there was a check engine light. I'm like, that's kind of unique, whatever. So it went in limp mode and I was like, no big deal. I have this brand new Jeep sitting right here with the Eco Diesel in it. So I hit remote start, swapped keys, jumped in the Jeep, and they had a check engine light on. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like 2 trucks, same day. Both of them, the DEF tank froze up.
Oh, the line heater.
Both the pumps.
Yeah.
So that's not a great system, guys. Now let's pick on Ram. The Cummins motor was really cool.
Used to be.
And then you put a hydraulic cam lifter in it, and I'm like, wah, wah, wah. So this engine is in here, cabs up because the lifters are bleeding off in the morning, and the last thing that I want to do is have one of those lifters end up screwing up the block and taking the whole motor out and costing me 20 grand. So we're gonna convert that to a mechanical lifter right now. All the emissions gear is gonna stay on it, but we're gonna go back to the mechanical lifter and get that done, taken care of before it does screw up the block.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a 2019 truck, so it has the CGI. CGI is, what is it?
Compressed graphite.
Compressed graphite.
Yeah, integral. I don't know.
Stronger, but
Not when you pull.
webbing.
Yeah, not when they pull 40 pounds of material out of it, right where it needed to be.
Was it really 40 pounds?
I think it's 40 pounds. Is what I heard.
Smokes. Okay, so they
20,
got rid of
40.
some webbing, and now they're destroying blocks.
Yeah, it's supposedly they're at the main webbing is where they're coming apart, cracking.
Okay.
And wipes out a crankshaft. That's pretty integral to the motor.
So yeah, that is
Yeah.
that's one of the main parts. Yeah, that actually checks. You know, I kind of want to cry, but if
I want to bash my head against a rock when I work on this thing, so we're in the same place.
I bet you that there is a minimum of 200 hours of labor within keeping this truck on the road throughout the 140,000 miles it's been alive.
Yeah, most of that is emissions related.
$150 to $200 per hour. You do some math. Like, yes, this truck gets worked. We drive from here to Indianapolis to all over, towing trailers and moving things. But it's a 3/4 ton pickup truck. We're supposed to be able to do that.
It's kind of its job.
We also pride ourselves on testing parts that we would sell to customers anyway. And we've not really come up with anything that's amazingly, impressively better on a 2019 in stock form because, well, there's so many electronics in the way of tuning that we could
Torque management is in the way.
torque management is in the way. Like, that's just it.
That's what it comes down to.
Edge. If you guys will work with me on this deal, give me a box that I want, you know the one I'm talking about, then we can work on this and hopefully give consumers something that's awesome and works with EO in it. And hopefully it's going to be like very fine tunable and very awesome. And wink, wink, hurry up, let's do this. But we've tried everything, guys. Like, this has been 3 or 4 tuners, and we've mapped out injector maps, we've modified injectors, but torque management's in the way. We've tried to manipulate rail pressure. We need rail pressure, we need timing, we need pulse width, we need no mass airflow, we need a lot of data, and there's not a lot of electronics companies out there that would be able to help make this thing. So Edge, wink. Anybody? Wink.
Somebody.
Wink. I'm not flirting, but I am flirting. So, I don't know, Mitch. Is there anything else?
I think we've talked about this thing enough.
I think you're right.
We've got some other cool stuff we could talk about.
Well, let's kill this video like this truck's killing my checkbook.
Glad it's yours and not mine.
And let's move on to the next project and check it out. Brum, brum. So, update on my buddy Aaron's truck. This thing's turning out rad.
Yeah. A lot of time and a lot of patience have been going into this.
This truck looks so good so far, doesn't it? Like can you imagine Ford Dent side 73 in the same color hunter green, which is actually like a new Ford Bronco green, sitting on this Dodge chassis. My buddy Aaron was like, hey dude, put a Cummins in my Ford truck. And I was like, hey dude, why? That is such a bad idea, because by the time we make the front axle and the front frame structure good enough to actually hold this much weight, it's still gonna drive like it's a tank, and I don't want to do that. So we found #donor truck, which was a first generation Dodge pickup truck, 180,000 miles. It was in good running order, but Mitch took the motor apart. We machined the block
In the head.
all new gaskets, all new. It's got the same pistons.
Same pistons, that's it. Everything else is brand new. New rings, new bearings.
New
everything.
rings, new bearings, new gaskets, new assembly.
Yep.
We head bolts have been powder coated. I love saying that; just makes me happy. Basically, all the bolts. The injection pump was perfect, 180,000 miles. I sent it to Kevin at Northeast. Had Kevin go through it and re-gasket it and make sure it was balanced. So injection pump looks perfect. It's going to run perfect. We have brand new injectors in this thing. One of the most amazingly, hilariously funny things about this project is this thing came in here as a Ford with a 460, and I was like, whatever it makes for horsepower right now with your headers and carburetor, I'm going to make sure that this thing makes the same amount of horsepower, but twice as much torque, and gets like 3 times the amount of fuel economy. And he said, well, 3 times 2 is only 6. So is it really going to get 6 miles per gallon?
Yeah.
No, it's probably going to get like 25 miles per gallon.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
But we are going to set this thing to like minimum of 250, 275 horsepower. He doesn't want a hot rod. He just wants this thing to be like turnkey, go for a drive and enjoy the heck out of it. So this is not a hot rod. This is just a Restomod with a Ford body that he loves, his daughter loves, his family loves. And long after, Aaron's my age, long after we're gone, they're still going to be able to go down to Napa or whatever and buy brakes for this 1991 Dodge truck.
Yep.
And whatever they have to do with the cab is still going to be Ford-ish. It's going to look like a Ford.
Yeah, it'll be Ford as far as you can tell. They
Yeah.
start, unless you know, you're not going to know the difference really.
So just wanted to give you a little update and let you know what we're doing. And if you have any questions, drop a comment. This thing is, I don't know what we're going to call it yet, but I kind of want to call it like the Happy Hunter, because it's going to be hunter green, and this dude's going to be happy, and he's probably going to spend a lot of time hunting in this truck. So
Great Green Hunter.
the Great Green Hunter. I don't hate that either. That's not bad. GGH.
There you go.
I don't know. We're going to work on the name a little bit, but
We got to work on that.
this is currently the cab is off at our buddy Ole's place. He's painting the cab, and we'll have that back in about a week. And Rex has already got all the cab mounts welded. We've already fitted everything. Our buddies up at Spectrum, Full Circle, not Spectrum. Our buddies up at Full Circle in Sandpoint, they did the powder coating on the frame and all the rest of the stuff. So this thing's gonna look mint, and it's gonna last a good long time. With all the road salt and all the crap around here, like, I don't want them to drive this thing in the wintertime, but if they did, at least it would be like very rust inhibited.
I would definitely prefer that they didn't.
I would too. This thing's gonna look way too pretty for that.
Yeah.
But hey, it is a 4-wheel drive truck, and it's gonna look like an old Ford. So you never know, they might actually get a little anxious and ramp. It's probably one of the most reliable trucks on
Yeah.
Stimmill Hill.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
No, I'm loving this truck so far, and since I'm loving it, and I know that Rex and Mitch both have a ton of pride and a ton of hours in this thing. It's a beautiful sunny day. The weather's going to go to, well,
There's snow on top of the mountain.
it's supposed to start raining, and we're not going to be able to shoot this video pretty soon. We get a cab in like a week.
Yeah.
I just want to do a video documentary because we are so proud, and I know the guys are really proud of it. And beautiful weather, beautiful sunny day. I feel like you get the gist of what we're building, and I just wanted to share with you guys because, well, you're awesome, and thanks for watching.
See ya.